This is Jerry from St. Kitts. It's beautiful, by the way. I want to give a plug to this island. It's awesome. The cottages, the infinity pool. Anyways, I just want to give a full. But people are so nice. Anyways, I had to see the kids in the mountains, and then in St. Kitts, and then all I have is a little phone and no real Wi-Fi. So basically, I want to go over a couple little things. I mean, I want to go over a lot of shit, but there's so much bullshit going around, and but this is the best. I'm so excited right now. This is the greatest. Where to start, I have no idea. All I know is everything's going according to plan. There's epic things being over the next 6 to 8 months that will blow your mind. Core, that there's a long-term plan, and that them it was made bulletproof that you cannot mess up. Even with instructions, raise the cap. Oh well, So, anyways, I guess we start with there. Think of them as the Titanic, right? Right now, what's really happening? Remember on the Titanic, the people on the bottom, the elite were on the top, the high payers, and then the coach was at the bottom. And when the thing hit the iceberg, the poor people drowned. That's what Core has done. If you have a small wallet, you pay 100 times the fee equivalence. Let's say you have a $20 paper wallet, like I've given away many times. I haven't given any away after August 1st, so they still have, they're okay. But after, they're trapping in the poor people, literally. And this is not mystic or crazy. You can literally just take your wallet and send $10. With Bitcoin, it'll work instantly, or BCH, or SegWit is literally just a virus, But Rick Falcon had a funny list on there, a bunch of cool stuff. We do not want to sink BTC overnight. We don't want damage, you know what I'm saying? But we do want to filter out greedy traders, they don't actually, they might bring a quick up and down and stuff, but they don't bring us together, they're just in for the profit. Now, it is made in such a way where it's profitable. That's the adoption process. Anyone who holds it does it, but holds it. What do they call them? Hodlers, hoarders. If you want to help the community, slow down. And when they say hoarders, correct them. That's just a fancy word for saying people who saving. But it's hard to make savings a bad word. They had to stay up all night and go, we'll call them hoarders. That's derogatory, So first thing is correct the truth. They're not hoarders, it's savings. They're synonymous. They're interchangeable, but one has a kind of a bad feeling. The same with anonymous. Every time I say, aren't you worried about anonymous? I think as a group, we're so nice, we just let all that stuff go, but we should respond in truth, Privacy. I guess it's the same word, but anonymous is associated with hackers or something, so either correct them or you use the right phrase when responding to them, also, if you want to help, anyways, anonymous, okay, go down that trail. Hackers are not all bad. This is a fact. I know some white, gray hat, depends on what side of the table you were on, if they're, black hatters or white hackers. The unsung heroes. The first hacker ever was Alan Turing, and helped basically win World War II. I mean, you have to like read or watch, but it's true. He also helped design the first computer. He's under-recognized for that. Anyway, that's kind of sad. But anyways, a special thanks out to the helpful hackers, the anonymous hackers that help the network. It happens all the time. When you see the Home Depot and this, CIA and whatnot, and Equifax get hacked and ransom malware, it's just them raising the stakes. And instead of them going, whoa, we have a hole in the boat, they, shift the focus on the hacker. Okay, maybe that guy's, we could call him bad or whatever, but there's actually facts involved too. Facts are, 200 countries trying to catch the hacker. Where's the arrest? Pseudo-anonymous? There's this, I'll try to play a clip from the Nixon era, when their objective was, second one was confusion, lots of confusion, there's nothing confusing going on. Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash, is simple, fast, cheap. Altcoins, if you guys are good developers and you're working on altcoins, let me tell you, there's not going to be any altcoins. Do what you want, but help the community if you want. Get on board. What's going to be rolling out the next 6 months is basically wallets that are simple, easy to use, like cartoons, that just have Bitcoin Cash, on there, and they're going to be done in Bitcash, or right now they still call it bits. 1 bit is 1 million. 1 million bits equal a Bitcoin. That's an awful name. In the U.S. they're going to call it Cash, I guess, or Cash Bits, or Bitcash, or that's 1 millionth of a Bitcoin. No one's going to own a whole Bitcoin in the future. I'm not going to go 8 steps out, but the wallets that realize that, in Europe, Swiss bits, in honor of their huge history, unwavering privacy. In the U.S., we're probably going to do, because we're here, and so Bitcash, but ideally it'd be Swiss bits. You pick it for whatever region you're in, but the wallet's going forward, single user, standalone. Going on a rabbit trail. Anyways, I'm on this beautiful island. I have no reception. This is probably never going to get to you. I can't edit it. But for years, people were wondering what the B, the Bitcoin, and the S. That's just a couple stages away. We've outgrown. Nobody wants to buy $1,000 Bitcoin. This is ridiculous. No, even though it's just psychological. If every stock, not in the country, in the world, splits their shares, then maybe people would rather have $52 shares of stock, let's say, than one $100 one. Even though it's the exact same part of the pie, it's still 1 million equal that. The 21 million, nothing gets changed. It's just that now mom and grandma can use it. They can't buy pizza and talk like, how much is that? Oh, it's 0.00032. Why? But if they use Bitcash, it's 3,600 Swiss bits. I like Swiss bits because I think we don't agree on everything, but one thing I like about Switzerland is that's part of their values, I personally like that. I'm not even from the United States, and I'm not even from Switzerland, so I'm not promoting anything or whatnot. But anyways, I like right now most people they're getting out of there at a slow rate. if you have a larger amount of Bitcoin, you want to exchange it. I thought I like Shapeshift, but they only do like this. Like if you want to do 28 BTCs at a time, or 10, over a month or two, or Changely, I'll vouch for it. I mean, over the weekend, with all the crazies, there was one order where it took 4 days because the BTC is drowning. If there's only 3 transactions per second, and the mempool on BTC is full, if there's ever an exiting, the below deck, it's not going to expand. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see craziness, and that's the whole plan. Which is funny because the Titanic hit iceberg. And though the narrative is Bitcoin Cash, there's no developers, no miners, there's no people involved. Trust me, it's very deceiving. There's a lot of teams working on a lot of things. There's actually are miners working on it around the clock. Collusion and strategy. Jack Ma says anything under 5 years is not even really a strategy. But when certain groups do it, it's collusion. Remember, this is unregulated. You want to pump and dump. You want to do a 3 pump and dump and an actual, totally legal, totally regulated. We are unregulated. We're challenging the regulation. The regulation, we're saying, hurts us, doesn't help us. We are regulation resistant, Wall Street resistant. I may not be able to see that right now, but a thinly traded market means you can't come in millionaires. You can, you just have to spend a month, find enough buyers, and with Coinbase and stuff, it's a lot easier now. But they've been trying to come in with billions of dollars on the outside, and futures and trading options. The truth is, that's just side bets. That's watching the Tyson fight, the NFL, and betting on the side who's going to win. It doesn't change if Tyson's going to knock the guy out or who's going to win the Super Bowl. It determines who won the bet. So it's not like a back door into Bitcoin. You can't short Bitcoin. You can just have a guy on 2 sides of the bet separate. That's all options are. They're not even related. Wall Street is a joke. They bring nothing to the table. But to have value, to sell their services, here's the trick. It's got to be complicated words and all these different diversification and, which is funny because the S&P is standing right there. I'm not going to get into that, but here's how funds are, I don't even know if I should put them down. IRAs and they just have like 9 funds, each division, tech, this, that. Tech made it this year. That's going to go in the front of our cover, Give the customer options, high risk, medium risk, low risk, okay, whatever pays the most. You got to pick one, anyways, I'm sorry about that. It's just, I've made 90% of my money on Wall Street, and it's just a joke. It's just the whole thing, a joke. You could do it at home. There's no calculus. It's just algebra, not even basic algebra. It's about Bitcoin. What else? Let me just read off this list. That was cracking me up. I think what he's doing is showing like World Crypto Network. They're saying 2 things at once. Coinbase is spamming the network. Okay. If you look at GDAX, it actually released a time. They saved BTC. They stopped trading because there was 90% buys and there was no one to sell. It was going to go to $70,000. Remember, for every buy, there's a sell. Anyways, okay, let me strip this down. In 3 more days, I will get the links to these things.